Welcome to America Today, and you're talking to Karceno, and this is One Crack News, and we get right to it. Nicole B. Again, Nicole B comes right up. Why do you always say hey? She goes right in. Hey, shouts out. So this is episode 2 of America Today, and we talk about things people don't normally talk about of what's going on in America. And there it is. Hey, Michelle's daughter, who's been missing in action, is now back. So Michelle's daughter is having a daughter. Yep. Well, I tried to wait till people get in here before I actually said something. So now here's what's going on in the world today that people normally don't talk about. How many of you guys got the iPhone notch? I don't have iPhone, so that's right. Team Samsung, what? Even though I've had my phone for like 5 years, I don't be switching phones all the time. I'm gonna finally get rid of my phone. It's on its last leg. They don't even make updates for my phone no more. I think I got like a Samsung 6. Well, anyway, exactly. Anyway, a federal judge says nobody even care about the iPhone 9. It's not a big deal. Now, this is not a popular item, but there was a lawsuit going on, a class action lawsuit. You guys probably didn't know about it. Over the size, the screen size, and the resolution. Okay. They allege that Apple's advertised screen size for the resolution of iPhone X and XS and the XS Max and the count pixels, they aren't actually there due to the notch. So a federal judge hearing the case, which has been going on since March and taking up everybody's time, wasting taxpayers' dollars and everything else, judge said, look, this may not be a big deal. There doesn't really seem to be anyone in America who seems to be concerned about this. Seriously, Apple argued it already and explained that, when they measure screen size on this packaging, it's already been trying to get the case dismissed. The plaintiffs are hoping to make it a nationwide class action lawsuit, but it hasn't even been certified yet. So the judge reportedly said, look, there's no legal precedence that could even keep it from becoming one. But honestly, who can't relate to this judge saying this? People have had the iPhone, what's that, 11 Pro. They first notch their iPhones and don't really notice or care about the notch. And I don't know any people that even care about this, period. If any of you ever cared about this, was this ever a concern of yours that they're wasting taxpayers' dollars on? I barely even talk on my phone. It's real. I just text. Only talk to people if I'm finna interview them. Right, exactly. So this is what's happening in America and probably around the world. Now, let's talk about the new things that they've invented that's supposed to be better for us. Right? They're supposed to make things better for me and you. Now they do these testings all the time with these cars with all the high-tech safety systems that's built into the car. And we're supposed to like trust the car now. The car is gonna automatically brake when it sees objects. Car comes out and the car automatically hits the brakes for you to stop accidents. Like, wow, that is great. The car is gonna stop on its own, right? But the car can recognize objects, but it don't recognize people. And these cars have been whacking people out on the streets, and people are not even talking about it. But this is a growing trend. People with these automatic cars that's supposed to have all this high tech stuff, it breaks when the car is there. But if a person is walking, it'll go right into them. Whack. So my thing is, you're driving the car. I would never feel that comfortable that, oh well, I could take my foot off the brake. When do you get that comfortable? Checking my fantasy football. It's ticking me off right now. Yeah. See, they promising all these sensor software it's gonna make less deadly driving. But the new research suggests that all the new technology ain't doing enough. So now they got what they call the triple A series of testing that they do. That's the American Automobile Association. And what they do, of course, they use the dummy and then they try to see if the thing's gonna stop when it sees a dummy. And even when the cars, people crossing the road 60% of the time, and this was about daylight with speeds of 20 miles an hour, still gonna whack the person. They can't get it to detect people. And that's alarming. And in the testing, it showed 89% of the time it's gonna hit somebody. So they did testing at night, they did it at higher speeds, they did it at yield testing, and when they accounted a person, adult person at night at speeds, high-tech detection system, they're ineffective. And the AAA says none of the cars tested were able to detect an adult pedestrian at night. Let me repeat that. None of the cars tested were able to detect an adult person at night. So you're paying all this extra money for a car that isn't doing anything for you. So if you think this car is going to break when it sees somebody, don't. You are the driver, be responsible for it. Now, I'm going to give you some of the cars that are using it. In 2019, the vehicles that got this was the Chevy Malibu, the Honda Accord, the Tesla Model 3, Toyota Camry. Each vehicle, they're outfitted with the sensors and cameras to catch your information about the vehicle's dynamics, all the position data, all that visual notification stuff, all from the detectional systems. And all the research shows is that the pedestrians' deaths are rising at a disturbing rate. Pedestrians were killed on the roads in 2018 as the highest number in 3 decades. There are numbers of contributing factors. They're looking at unsafe driving behaviors like texting and driving and doing all this other stuff, and things with what you're seeing here. So they're trying to make U.S. highway traveling safe. And the number of pedestrians killed in a car crash involving SUVs skyrocketed by 81% in the last decade. 81 is pretty high, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pretty high number. Yeah, Raising Dion. I heard about it. I'm gotta start watching it when I do on Monday. I'm gonna probably start on Monday and get started with Dion. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan produced that show. So yeah, it's gonna be going down. Yeah, that's them trying to sell something, John. These are the actual tests that show. Don't you trust that car? Don't you trust that car? Don't have you locked up. Pedestrians' deaths are rising at a disturbing rate. Believe me. People are driving faster now because of these cars with all the horsepowers. They're putting in even a sedan, trying to get you there faster. You got all these kids who barely know how to drive behind wheels of a car. And they got all these distractions, cell phone, texting and driving, Snapchatting. And they already bad drivers. It's a growing epidemic out here. So that's it for episode 2. I've done a video, Mr. Bridges. Thank you for your super chat, but I have done a video already on Bone Thugs and Harmony and Easy. Well, it's a little bit more tricky. You got to prove that it's not actually working for your vehicle. You have to actually unfortunately, you can't really sue unless you get into an accident and something like this happened and you want to sue the actual manufacturer. So, unfortunately, something bad has to happen. But yeah, let me get out of here and then I'll hit you guys back later. But this wraps up episode 2. Hope you like the series so far. We'll keep going. Don't know if we'll do it every day, but whenever something that is happening around the world that they're not talking about, got to get you guys in on it. Yeah, unfortunately, you got to get hit again in order for you to sue.